Well, howdy, folks. Very, where's all the howdy, folks? Welcome to Chinatown. I'm doing a live here just to get some footage because lately I've been too lazy to take the footage and upload. Let's see what they got over here. Wow, they're killing it, huh? So how y'all doing today? What's going on in YouTube land? Want to say a big shout out to the king of YouTube, the caretaker, the man, the myth, the legend, E.T. Travel Freely, who should change his name from E.T. Travel Freely to E.T. Taking Out the Garbage because he takes out all of the trash and dumps it. So we want to say a big shout out to E.T. Tell you what, man, this is a pretty subdued Chinatown. If you come here on the weekend, this place is shoulder to shoulder. I think the tourism must be, I know it's low season, but I think the tourism must be way, way down because although inside these shops, they look pretty full, but it looks very local, very local. I can tell you at the airport yesterday that there was nobody in line. It was completely empty. I've never seen it like that. They've announced their new tourism, their new visa rules. I think people are just gonna probably go somewhere else. Big Show. Call me Big Show. Yes, call me Big Show, please. Used to have that happen all the time. People in Philippines used to come up and ask for my autograph, call me Big Show, and I always said, "Yeah, I am." Our silliest corner in Honeyco, Frank's Revenge. What a dump. Why don't you show your face? I thought you were a confident man. Well, I show what I want to show. If you don't like it, go show your face on your own channel. What is that, the mall? Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, dun, dun. What do we got here? Hey, hello, how are you? Hello to winter, ladies and gentlemen. And we got mom. Hey, mom. Mommy May. Yeah, I don't know if I messaged you on your channel, Allo. I was amazed at how good your vlogs were in Vietnam, how good the filming itself, the clarity. Loved it. And I thought you really showed how, the beauty of the country as well. Vietnam is such a special place. There's really nothing quite like it. We're here in Chinatown in Bangkok right now, but we love Thailand too, of course. But I really say Vietnam is Vietnam, it just has a special thing about it. And if you haven't seen it, go to Allo's channel and look at all his Sapa and Hanoi vlogs. They were very good. So Mommy May, what have you been up to? BKK, that's where we are right now, Allo. I have a trade show here for a couple days, and we're not sure what we're gonna do. We've gone down to Pattaya, Jomtien. We've last two times. We might go to Phuket this time. Just spend a month. I got to go back to Europe for 3 weeks, so they'll probably all stay here because now it's summer break and stay in Thailand while I'm in Europe. A lot of times that's what we do. I either leave from uh, Bangkok or I leave from Kuala Lumpur. That was a close call. So what have you been up to, mommy? Mommy May? Mommy May and Dumageddon? Call her mom for short. Not a fair assessment. Well, I think it was a fair assessment, Allo, because the assessment was that I admire the fact that he's not hiding Gilda, that he's always stood up for her, that he has promoted their relationship. A lot of other people are sneaking and hiding, but Frank talks shit about everybody, Allo. Talks shit about April, calls her Tojo. Always are the Stepford wives or all these different things. So if you're going to talk about people, of course, people can talk back and say things as well. And then when he can't take that, that's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. And I know you well enough to know that You also know that Frank is one of the biggest hypocrites ever. But somebody had asked me, is there anything about Frank that I admire? And I said, yeah, I admire the fact that he took the heat with the Gilda situation, didn't flinch at the fact that she's older, uh, stood behind her no matter what attacks came, and that they've been together for nearly 10 years. It's a pretty fair assessment. Well, he can say whatever he wants. I can say whatever I want. That's the beauty of it. So when people give a little blowback, that's how it is. I don't care what Frank Battaglia says about me at all. I don't care what a 73-year-old loser has to say. I never have. I don't listen to him. I don't listen to his show for long, long, long time. But if he wants to flap his gums, let him flap. All of his stupid shit, like funding people and having Shaw move to Vietnam, the level of bullshit is so high that I don't even listen to it. I just get people messaging me and I just laugh. Not a word of truth. Hey, Big Kevin, how are you? We are walking through Chinatown in Bangkok, everybody. That's good to hear, Kevin. What's the plans with the other leg and the trip plans? Okay, let's get a seat there. Big Kevin, yeah. Yeah, I I agree with you, April. A lot of people are hiding, a lot of people are sneaking, a lot of people are afraid to take the heat. They're afraid of someone calling the woman a granny or whatever the reason is. You gotta take the heat sometimes. All right, mom, you too. All right. Go in here real quick. This is one of our favorite spots. All right, what else is on the agenda, everybody?
I love how I'm scrolling to the alcoholic drink while I'm underneath.
Big Kevin, You don't want your woman to be called a granny. Don't go out with a granny. Well, I think that's what it is. Every one of the people in the genre think that women are going to throw themselves at them. And you know that's not true, Kevin. Most of the people who attack me, they'll say, "Oh, I've heard it all, right?" So let's see what you got. Show me better than what you're showing there. But let's make sure that you're not showing a prostitute or someone you rented for the night. I could go in and rent a 20-year-old girl to sit there and tell me I'm her boyfriend. I can rent, an army of 20-year-olds, right? That's easy to do. Or get a girlfriend experience and say, have them come on camera and say, "Oh, you're the man," whatever. But most of the guys that I've met that are with women, most of them, they're with people that are much older, or they're with fat girls, or they're with something else, and they don't wanna take the heat because people are gonna look at them and say, "Oh, is that all you can get? You claim to be blah, 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 but that's all you got, huh?" And so they hide it and they sneak. That's the reality. So, I think Frank is a foul and loathsome person, but on this issue, this one issue, is something I actually like about him. Because I first of all, I'm not saying anything bad about Gilda. I don't even know her. I don't know anything about her, but I'm not interested. I'm way too busy to be dealing with girlfriends of expats, number one. Number two, if that's who he chooses to be with and she wants to be with him and they've been together for years, that's good enough, right? That should be it. What would he have in the US? He'd be staring at a wall. We saw what he had in the US. He was staring, living in a closet, screaming at the wall every night. So whatever he's got, it's a lot better than what he would have. So I respect the fact that he's willing to come and have a life instead of being a basement boy. I do. Is it also okay to be with a man as a man? Well, she's gonna definitely say yes to that. They're very open-minded on those things. Be happy. Exactly. That's exactly right, Kevin. Be happy with what you got. If you got an older woman that makes you happy, or you've got a granny, I don't like using any of those terms, but be happy with it. Don't, you know, or don't be on social media. If you can't take the heat, don't be on social media. I don't hide anything. You can see I've got my family here. I always show them. I saw Internet Monster here. Let's see. I agree, Internet Monster. See, the 2 here, I'm in my late 50s, they're just turned around 40, late 30s, early 40s, and it's like an 18-year age gap. It's big, 20-year age gap. Everybody I know in the States, they have no age gaps or they have very small ones. The fact is, when I first moved to the Philippines, like 12 years ago, I had a girlfriend who was, like, 20 years old, and it was so awkward, I couldn't deal with it. She was actually very good, she was very loyal, very cute, but I just could not, deal with it. It was just too bizarre to be with somebody that seemed like they were young enough to be your daughter. That's exactly right, Aloe. If you can't take the heat, and I've taken a lot of heat over the years from that fucked up Fazio with his 1,800 hours of research, Frank, everybody trolls. But you know what? I just don't care. I've got my businesses. I'm running 3 companies now. I've got my books. We're all in books mode, selling on average about 150 to 200 books a day. And I've got so many things going on. I have to schedule time off like this just for sanity. So some dude in his basement typing away Big E or Eric is a blah 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 or I mean honestly it's just a waste of time. Has no effect on me at all. I never even look at it. Yeah, Kevin, my family liked you a lot too. You were very good to them. They miss you. They thought you were very funny. Everyone missed you because you're a very sociable guy. Of all the expats I've met, you're the most sociable that I've met by far. Well, out on the books, I mean, I've got 1 book I just sold to Gumdrop Distribution. I made about $41,000 on that after the commissions and after their take, which is substantial. And got an order. I've got an so some of them go to Ingram Spark. Some I have 4 of them that are at different pseudonyms that I have under Penguin and Simon and Schuster. We've got some self-published ones on Amazon. You can go check that out right now. Um, so some are going to be self-published, some are going to be the ones that are technical, the ones that are related to the technical world that I live in. These are through Gumdrop Distribution. So I've got an order that I just sold 5,000 to. Um, uh, that's a library order, and I've got a bunch of new ones coming out on the HVAC world for that. So realistically, how much can I make on the books? 200, 250,000 a year. It's not enough to retire on, but it's a nice supplement. I love doing it. And they have some books too. April and Honeyco actually have published some small books and they are working a lot. They're actually working for me full time. And now April is working for me at the company part time. She helps out at trade shows and stuff. She gets paid for it. So she's going to be a big part of the trade show. Yeah, you're right about that internet monster, 100%. So you're looking around Christmas. Okay. Oh, go ahead. I'll get off here, Kevin. I'll get off in another 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just too lazy to take, I've been pushing it so hard. I've just been too lazy to tape one and put it up there. I know. I told. So, Aloe, you should go get one. I put in some books also that are profiles in military courage. One of them's called Navy Corpsman, one's Chesty. And what I'm planning on doing, these are relatively short stories, but I have a book about the German war with Germany as well. And I have my guys in Germany where I'm going to be going to in a few weeks. They're going to be having that published in German and distributed across Germany. And that's about the war, the bridge that was the Germans sunk near Cologne, Germany. And I went there. It's on the River Rhine. I went to all the museums, interviewed people who survived it, so on. So it's very special to me. And I plan on doing profiles of courage of people from Germany and from the. I have 2 of them from England right now. And what I want to do is highlight sort of unsung heroes that we don't hear as much. Of course, we hear about the MacArthur's, we hear about Eisenhower, those type of people, but I want to do it on people that are the next rung down that most people haven't heard about. That's the hobby side of it. And the other side of it is the technical side. All right, Kevin, 10 minutes. I'll let me know when you got it queued up and I will blast out of here. Well, it's good to see you again, Allo. Nice to hear from you. And nice to hear from Internet Monster, Kevin. Even nice to hear from Frank. Frank, if you could just stop acting like a dick and just be normal, I think so many of your problems just go away. Stop talking shit about people. People, I know Allo wants you to talk shit about people. You got to remember, Allo is the jester. The jester. Remember that. And he is a master at playing the sides against each other for amusement. And the funny thing about it, people get upset with him. The funny thing about it is he states that's his mission. He's not even pretending it. I'd say aloe is aloe. That's I did hear that Aloe and Popeye were arguing, which I don't know if I believe that either. That might be a part of their plan. They both have been together for so many years. It's hard to imagine that they actually are legitimately arguing or fighting about something. I do want to say a big shout out to him too. Popeye, I haven't talked to Popeye in ages, but I hope you're doing well. Yes, Arcelia, you're right. And thank you for helping with that. Appreciate it. You did a lot of work. Oh, I think you're right about that, Agante. And I think you met him. I never met Frank. I met Fazio. I think the difference though between like someone like him and someone like me or you, Agante, is as soon as the show is over, my mind goes into some other topic. I don't think about this stuff. I don't talk to any really privately. I get a few messages sent, did you see such and such? But I really don't have any idea because my life is busy doing other things. And I think that's how it is for most people. They'll hear a show that might get entertained by it. Then they are able to walk away from it 2 seconds later and go on with their life. Whereas the knuckleheads want to focus on it for the rest of their life. That's all they want to do. And it becomes destructive. That's why I think Frank should have gotten off his channel because it's destructive for Frank. Honeyco has a new cookbook that she just released. The cookbook is called Adobo Apology. Unbelievable cookbook. And then you should check out April's books as well. She has one coming out on the Messiahs that is truly amazing. Oh, it is it out already? Yes, yes, yeah, it's already out. Messiah's one is just coming out. Yes, you can find it all. We have the books in 22 different locations. The highly technical ones, though, these are expensive books. They're like $100. No one buys those type of books through online. They buy them as part of a package for libraries, for schools, things like that. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this down, wrap it up. I mean, and unless somebody has something else to say, we still had 21 in the house. And I'm happy that all of you came. Even happy you came, Frank. Be a good boy, Frank. It's your age. That's right, Internet Monster. Honey Cookbook. And if you should get a copy if you don't want to pay for it because we don't want friendly people like you to have to pay. Just contact her and she can give you an EPUB version, which is 100% free. But it actually teaches you how to cook all the Filipino dishes with the highest quality ingredients. One of the reasons why Westerners object to Filipino food is because the local Filipino makes it with lousy vinegar, lousy soy sauce, MSG, and all kinds of other crap. We actually teach you in the cookbook how to make it correctly with the highest level ingredients, and the food experience is drastically different. People have told me that I make the best adobo in the world. I've heard this from people even that were chefs, and it's because I use only the best ingredients. I know you always pay Internet Monster, which is why we don't want you to pay. We met another amazing guy, Ernest Connell, the other day, and he offered to pay for something, and I said, "You're not gonna pay. You gave Honeyco uh, super chats for years. We're not gonna let you pay." And you're in that same camp, Internet Monster. She remembers your kindness and talks about it all the time. So thank you for your kindness to her over the years. We just appreciate the people that we've gotten to know. You know, some of them are, we met a few scumbags, but for the most part, the people we met, like Ernest Connell the other day, just turned out to be super nice people. We're very thankful for that. There's a nice guy, the nicest guy in the genre itself, and a man that I personally met and I want to meet again, Tim Dizziak. Tim Dizziak, and I want to give Tim Dizziak a free copy of the book on O'Grady, is it? No. Oh my gosh, the name escapes me, but we have some Air Force heroes, and I have one I'm working on right now, Tim Dizziak, The History of Clark Air Base, which we'll give you a free copy of that too. It's going to have over 200 pictures in there. Well, go to Amazon. It's Eric Dowell, April Dowell, and Erlinda Valdez. Those are the three names. And all the ones like the World War II stuff, we're only selling those for $1. If you're a part of Amazon Unlimited, Kindle Unlimited, they're free. And some of it is fantastic. Chesty Puller, the patron saint of the Marine Corps, Dan Daly, Smedley Butler, O'Grady. There's a whole bunch of them in there, and a lot of them are short stories. They're less than 15,000 words and filled with how they won their Medal of Honor, their Silver Star, their Distinguished Service Cross. The HVAC books, uh, the TAB one, Technical Air Balancing one, is up there. Unfortunately, those have to be very expensive because those are also under contract with the distributor and they charge $149. And so we can't sell that one for less than $99, but we can get you a free copy of it if you want. Are there any good biographies on Duterte? There will be. That's an ongoing saga, of course, with his trial, and his daughter's about to go on trial. Maybe one day the wife and I will visit. Oh, we would love that. You should come and visit Vietnam. It's filled with Aussies, and it's just so fun. Aloe was just there. He knows how great it is. It's a fun, fun place. And if you're a beach person, if you like beaches like Kogi Beach and Bondi Beach, that style of beach, Da Nang is the place to be. If you're looking more for the Boracay style island beach, then it's not there. But they do have an island nearby, a 1 hour boat ride that does have that style of beach too. Okay, Big Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'd love Vietnam. Kevin went to Vietnam and stayed in the middle of town. We gotta next time have him stay by the beach. You'll love it more. All right, I'm gonna go off, everybody, so Big Kevin can go on. Nice chatting with everyone. Thank you, Internet Monster, Arcelia, Honeycomb, Big Kevin, Tim Tiziak, Higante, Aloe, Mom, and anybody else I'm missing. We will see you next time at Biggie, Medicine Man, HVAC. Ta ta.